Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for May 2nd, 2020, from the book of Numbers, chapter 13. Spying. Is it really spying if you're just looking at your own land? God, the creator of all things, the creator of the earth, the creator of the land, promised this particular land to his own people. However, it was occupied by others. So in Numbers chapter 13 it begins, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Send men to spy out the land from Canaan, which I am giving to the people of Israel. From each tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, every one a chief among them." And here were the instructions that were given to the spies. Verse 17, Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, "Go up to the Negeb, and go up into the hill country, and see what the land is, and whether the people who dwell in it are strong or weak, whether they are few or many, and whether the land that they dwell in is good or bad, whether the cities that they dwell in are camps or strongholds, and whether the land is rich or poor, and whether there are trees in it or not. Be of good courage, and bring some of the fruit of the land." Now the time was the season of the first ripe grapes. Was the land as good as God promised? Well, God always keeps his promises, doesn't he? But the people needed to see this for themselves, so here's the report. Verse 25. At the end of 40 days, they returned from spying out the land, and they came to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation of the people in the wilderness of Paran and at Kadesh. They brought back word to them and to all the congregation and showed them the fruit of the land. They told him, "We came to the land to which you sent us. It flowed with milk and honey, and this is the fruit." Wow! This is just what God had promised. Are you all set to move in, right? Not quite. There was more to the report. The people who occupied the land seemed to be bigger and had a much stronger defense system than they initially thought. Caleb said they could do it, but 10 of the spies were afraid. This is the true test, you could say. Do you trust God to keep his promises? Since God brought the people out of Egypt, bringing them into the promised land shouldn't be difficult for God. However, fear can make us forget about the many promises of God. What God has done for us in the past, how God delivers and blesses us even today, and how God will continue to bless us tomorrow. This is why we continually need to be reminded that God keeps his promises and that God is a good gift giver. Otherwise, our own fear will pull us away from a loving, gracious, and merciful God. If they only would have known what the author of the Proverbs would have written hundreds of years later. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." 10 of the spies were trusting in their own understanding, of fear that is, while 2 were trusting in God, and God keeping his promises. We need to remember this in our own lives. When fear wants to shut us down, we need to remember to trust in God, a God who always provides. Join me again tomorrow. As the score has it, God has 2 and fear has 10. We'll find out the rest of the story. God's peace and many blessings be with you. Thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this video with others you may know. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois 60544. Thank you again for watching.